Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Hi, and welcome to Yarns from
Jan
the
from the
South.
South. I think I look like such an idiot every time I say it. Jan from the South.
I think that's the whole point. I think that's you just gotta suspend that and just go with it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
So anyway, hi everyone. My name's
Hi.
Vanessa.
And I'm Sue. And we are Yarns from the South. We are a knitting, crafting, come along, have a chat kind of podcast. And yeah, we film from Invercargill, which is right at the bottom of the South Island of New Zealand. G'day,
Yay.
kia ora. Yeah.
So for those of you who have seen us before, welcome back and thanks for coming back. And for those of you who this is your first time seeing us, hello.
Hello.
Yay. So this might be a bit awkward and weird, but because we haven't podcast for so long, like it's been some time, we decided to split our podcast into 2 episodes. So we've just filmed the first one and now we're doing the second one. So if we seem like we're in exactly the same place as last time we were here, it's because we really are on the same day, but this one will go out a little bit later than the first one, and I hope that makes sense. It will do in time.
Perhaps if you just come to this one, maybe watch the first one of the part 1. This is part 2.
Yes.
And the reason why we're not sat next to each other, it's not because we've fallen out.
No. We actually don't live we live like a couple of K away from each other.
Like 6 minutes away, I think, if I drive. It's because we're currently in a lockdown, so in New Zealand, due to the global pandemic that you may have heard of, that's been in the world for the last 18 months to 2 years. So and we've been in a lockdown for the last 2 weeks.
Just over 2 weeks.
Auckland are in what's called a level 4 lockdown, which is the tightest level you can be in, and the rest of New Zealand is in level 3 as of Wednesday, so little less, but still quite strict.
Level 4 with takeaways, they call it.
And I think to be honest, the UK was their highest level. So so anyway, so that's why we're Zooming, because we're not allowed to be near each other because the government said not, because we've broken the law. Now it just sounds even weirder, so I'll just be quiet. Hi. Yeah, good. Cool.
Yay. Okay. So the last recording we talked about our finished objects and some stash acquisition, and so this episode or recording we're going to talk about whips. So what have you been working on, Sue?
Well, just finished a lot of stuff, so I haven't got a lot of work in progress. I'll show you the unicorn jumper which I abandoned. So I've finished, so it's top down. I don't know if you can see. There we go.
Yeah.
So I made the KALs, so this is the jumper version. Unfortunately, I had beautiful floats for my KAL, and this one's just not as beautiful, and I had to undo it as well, frog it, because I'd messed up and stuff. So not loving it as much, and now I've just so
it looks really good.
It's in the naughty corner. It's very me.
It looks amazing.
I haven't, I'm not in love with it at the moment. So it's in the naughty corner until it's done its time. And then I'm making a sock.
Yay.
So I've finished one and I'm now on to sock number 2. So this is some beautiful yarn by someone I know that dyed this for me. Oh, who was it? Oh, it was Vanessa.
It was me. It's a complete one of a kind, only for Sue colourway. So
thank you. What did you call it? You called it Unicorn Sunshine Party, 80% merino, 20% nylon, fingering weight, wash in cold water. So yeah.
I didn't call it all of that.
No.
The actual name was a lot shorter.
Yeah, sorry, I just kept on reading. And I've just started the second.
Hey,
So,
yeah.
and I'm a 4-needle kind of girl, where you're a magic loop.
I'm all about the magic loop. Yep.
But I like the 4 needles. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And yeah, that's it. That's me.
That's it.
That's it.
Funny you should talk about the magic loop versus 4-needle thing. So I think, yeah, from when we went into level 3, we could go and pick up contactless pickups from shops and things, from certain shops, and our local bottle store here comes some not like too much information, but our local bottle store, I don't think it had been running in level 4, but level 3 it suddenly opened up, and you could go and make an order over the phone, and then go and zap your card and pick it up. And so I had finished work, and I was I'd stopped in there, and I mean, it was Mark as well. He was the one who called me to say, stop at the bottle shop on your way home. And I'd pulled up, and a friend pulled up beside me, and she's a beginner knitter. Like, she's an amazing potter, but she's just started knitting. And so we were talking in our cars about how she was going with her. And so she's one of those people that, I'm going to knit now, and decided to just start a jumper. So she's already and she's pretty much finished this jumper. She's just onto the sleeves.
Oh.
And so she was talking about, she's finding it really hard with the magic loop. So we were sat there in our cars, and I pulled out my work in progress with my magic loop, and I was trying to explain, no, you just have to do it. Her problem was, I think she had too short a cable, so she was trying to do the magic loop, but it was really, really awkward. Yeah. So I was telling her all about the virtues of magic looping. So anyway, the places that you need to pull out your knitting.
There you go. Yeah, it's always on hand. Yeah, you don't know when you're going to need emergency knitting information.
That's right.
So interesting.
So good segue into what I am making. Sorry, my ball of yarn's fallen down and gotten itself in a tangle. So I've got a sock on the needles. This is the finished one.
Nice.
Now it's for my son, so I've given it. I did make a few months back. I made a sock or a pair of socks with that magic heel in it, which just really didn't work. It did not work well. So I've had to just make a normal sock. So that's one, and just on the I'm almost at the heel flap on the second. And this yarn is I'm not going to say it right. It's a Zorber. I'm not sure. It's from Germany, I think.
Mm-hmm.
One moment, please. Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're doing the first one. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just from Deep Stash, this yarn, but I'm pretty sure. I think there's a few stockists of this in New Zealand. So I know that Vintage Pearls stocks this. So that's one work in progress. The next one, which I really should just keep going on because I'm so close to being finished.
Oh, you're boxy.
But, yeah, I'm a boxy.
Oh, it's looking lovely.
So this is the V-neck boxy by Jorge Locatelli. And looking at my show notes here. So it's the 4-ply boxy. Because her original boxy, I think she had the 2 weights, maybe a worsted weight and the fingering, but it was top up, and it's a boat neck. So this pattern is a top down, and it has the V-neck option, so that's really cool. So yeah, I finished the body. I just need to do the what is that thing, collar? And the sleeves. So I'm really happy with it. The sleeves.
Sleeves.
So this yarn is so yummy.
That's lovely.
This is from our wonderful friend Hannah, who doesn't sponsor the show. No.
Get her on. We need to interview her. We need to talk about her so much.
Yeah. As soon as we come out of lockdown, we've just got to do this because we mention her pretty much every single podcast.
Yeah,
she's always in it, mentioned in it. So this yarn is her smooth and soft base, and it's a merino cross fibre, and this is worsted spun. So she's got a woolen spun. This is the worsted spun. So yeah, it's lovely. It's shiny. It acts like a merino superwash does, but of course it's got all the non-superwash properties. So yeah, yummy. And I think that's the Night Skies colourway, dark skies, night skies. We'll link to it down below.
Yeah.
So that's my whips. Yeah. I really just should crack on. I could get that finished in a weekend if I just stuck to it. But I was, had full steam ahead and was really enjoying it. And then I've just sort of gone flatlined on it a bit. So that's why I picked up the sock again. But yeah, I need to get that done because we've got things to do. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. So have you been doing any other crafting, Sue?
Well, just as I mentioned in the previous podcast was the masks. That's the only thing I've been making. I've got some ideas of things I want to do. I've downloaded a few patterns, but yeah, no, not really. No. Have you?
Righto. Oh, thanks for asking.
Oh, you're welcome. I thought that was a leading question. I was like, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. You clearly have.
Well, because as I mentioned in the last podcast, I managed to finally tidy up my craft room and make it usable. So as soon as I did that, and I could find my sewing machine, I of course jumped on it and started using it. So I'm not a great sewer. I'm not I don't feel like I'm a sewer with a capital S. I just sort of potter and play and hope for the best. So Sue knows, and some of you out there in viewerland might know that we follow Ellie from the Little Drops of Wonderful podcast. She's got an awesome web channel on YouTube, and so I watch her all the time, and she put out this little tutorial on how to make a nice, easy, she calls it the dodgy bag, and it's dodgy because there's not really any measuring or anything like that. It's just sort of away you go. Here's some here's some guidelines and away you go. And so I decided I've wanted to for ages, so I decided I would go and make a wee project bag, and I feel really proud of this because
awesome.
Some of my other attempts have not been so good. So it's lined and it's got a wee, the ribbon channel and everything. Yeah.
For you.
And it's a perfect size for a pair of socks. So
nice.
Yeah. So I've just sort of been pottering away at that. I've made a couple of those. And I have made some masks as well. And I also taught my eldest boy, who turns 10 tomorrow, which is pretty exciting. But in the weekend, he really wanted to learn how to sew, and so I got him on the machine and taught him. He made his own face mask, and it was really quite cool. At first, I thought, "Oh my God, why have I said yes to this?" I'm not a good teacher at all. I have no patience, and I can't describe properly. So I'm kind of like, you just do this, this, and this, okay? Why can't you get that? But he, thankfully, is you can just see his creativity as well. Sorry, that's them in the background, slamming doors and whatnot. And he picked it up really quickly, and he just fell in love with the whole process. And he was like, "Oh my gosh, I love sewing, Mum. I think I need my own sewing machine. And now he's got all these ideas of what he wants to do. He's going to start his own little empire of face masks.
That's awesome.
So here we go. What's that?
that's awesome. There's a guy, Jason at work. He sews. He makes his own clothes. He makes trousers.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim's
It's skill to have, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Jim's here, did you say?
Yeah. He may walk in a minute.
Does he know? Did you text him to say that we were podcasting?
No, he knew we were podcasting earlier, but not right now. So
yeah,
he may.
So we may be lucky enough to get a cameo from Jim.
You may see a cameo. We're just podcasting.
Right now. That's right. If
right
you enter, you're going to be recorded.
Is he going to walk in? Is he not going to walk in? Hi,
Jim. Oh, we saw him. Snuck in, then ran away. I can still see you.
Oh, is that?
Hi.
Just looking somehow.
He just looks like some random over your shoulder.
I do know him. He does live here. I was going to make some tea now. Excellent.
Up the jug on, love.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, that's my other crafts. Yes.
Yeah.
I have got written down books. So have you been listening to or reading any good books?
Yeah. So I was been doing a lot of. Now we're gonna have a kettle in the background. I'm not sure how that's going to work for everyone, but okay, we'll just have to go with that.
Speak louder.
Yeah. So I was doing a lot of listening to The Rivers of London, but then kind of just got over that, and so I've leapt back into Nancy Warren again. So Nancy's obviously been writing a lot over lockdown, and she's a lady who has 3 different kind of book themes on the go at once, generally around witches or vampires, and generally they have some kind of crafts. So I like all of them. And so Vanessa, you prefer just the
I haven't really looked into the other ones yet. I still sort of just stick with the knitting vampires because I think it's so cool.
So I've listened to the last 2 knitting vampire ones, and she's got another one coming out. I've already bought it. It comes out I think next week.
Right.
So what, I don't know if I can tell you what they were. Diamonds and Daggers and Stones and Hexes I've listened to, and then I'm currently, her other one is based on the Great British Bake Off, except the girl's a witch and the 2 judges are witches, and she can talk to ghosts, and she's looking for her birth parents, so like you do, and that's called A Cream of Passion. So that's what I've been listening to, and they're just quite easy to dip into. They're not very hardcore, and the accents are pretty crap, but that's
the one problem. It's such a shame, but she does okay.
Yeah, you just know what you're getting, and you don't have to try very hard. I've just got into another podcast. Shall I do podcasts?
Yeah, go on.
I'm just doing about listening things. Actually, Hannah, Mrs. Maniatoto, reminds me about the Red Handed podcast, which I had listened to, and then I had a break from it. So it's I won't be able to give a very good description, but basically it's a real crime podcast by 2 lovely women from the UK, and they've just recently won an award for the public vote for got gold for the British Awards, and it's really good. It's very sweary, so if you don't like swearing, don't listen to it. But it's not sensationalized, and lots of different can be quite graphic, but done really well, very well researched, and quite interesting. So so
what'd you say that was? The Red-Handed?
Red-Handed, yeah.
Cool. I might have to go and look that up myself. Yeah.
So cool. That's what I've been listening to.
Cool. Well, I have listened to a couple of books lately. So one of them was Little Fish by Casey. Oh, I'm going to say this wrong. Pait. Sorry if I said that wrong. It's Casey Pleat. Pleat. Here we go. I just can't read my own writing. And so that one was really interesting. I found that on the Libby app, so just the library app from Southland Library. And actually that was, I'd written down these notes a while ago, and so it's been even longer since I read finished the book. It's written by a woman who is transgender, and it's about a transgender woman. It's fictional, and it's just about this woman's like a portion of her life and just a journey, part of a journey that she's on and whatnot. And it was really good. It was really good, really thought-provoking. I consider myself pretty open and like chill about a lot of things, and like understanding and open-minded, and this one challenged me, which is really good. I always think it's really good to challenge, be challenged in those kinds of areas. So it's very sweary, it's very raw. They're raw and unabridged, so if sweary is not your thing, just be warned. The one drawback was, oh my gosh, the reader was terrible. What is that person that does that? The narrator. Yeah. Oh my word. Like, it was really annoying in some places. So it did take away from it a little bit. But the book was so strong that you just kept listening because you wanted to see what was going to happen next.
Yeah.
So I totally recommend that one. It was really good.
Awesome.
The other one is called The Wives, written by Taryn Fisher. And again, I found that on the Libby app. That one, that was great. It was a really good book. But trigger warnings. There's a lot of mental health. There's pregnancy loss, and again, it's pretty raw in some places as well. It's quite nail biting, and like you think you're in one place and then at the end you realize that everything gets flipped up and you're in a completely different spot. And so it was really good, and the narrator was really good on that one, so you kind of felt like you sunk into the book. I would totally recommend that. And something that I've been watching lately, in my younger days, I did a bit of traveling, and so I spent some time in the UK, and I got into the TV series called Spaced. And so I found it on YouTube and just binged the 2 seasons and just, reminisced. And it's really funny because it was really good and I absolutely love it. It's totally my kind of sense of humor, but it also just makes me realize how old I am, because I'm like, oh, that was before even like cell phones were a real thing, and and it just, I'm like, no, I'm not that old. That was just yesterday that stuff happened, but no, it's actually some time ago. Yeah. So that's that's what I've been listening to and watching. Yeah.
Nice. In terms of watching, for the first week and a half of lockdown, I just kept watching Miss Marple, I think, because it was a bit of a comfort blanket, and I just could, and it was like, I wanted Miss Marple. I just watched a lot of Miss Marple. Yeah. And we've been struggling to find anything that we both kind of like. We started watching something the other night that was really very good but quite heavy on Netflix, and I wonder if I can find it quickly. It's done really well, but not lighthearted, and neither of us have decided to go back to watch it. We haven't mentioned it again because I wonder if I can. It was around
a bit deep for now.
Pardon? Yeah,
a bit deep for now.
A little bit deep. What was it called? The Defeated, and it's about just after the Second World War, and the difference. I didn't realize the different countries had occupied or taken over different parts of Germany, and it's around an American who's coming in to help set up the police force in that area, and he's looking for his brother who's got some issues. Yeah, and it's quite very well done. Lots of money spent on it, but not lighthearted.
Right. Yeah.
So
if you're wanting a pick me up, perhaps not that one.
Don't watch that. Not a laugh in it. Not a laugh in it. No. So yeah, David. Also, but I watched a little bit of SWAT the other day because
Mark, he just obsesses on that.
It's just American kind of might be some American actiony. But just kind of not a little bit silly really. But you know what you're going to get. You're going to get some action. There's going to be a happy ending. There's a little bit of policing. There's always some kind of moral story. And you don't have to try hard to watch it. So I don't mind. Mind a bit of SWAT. Don't mind that little guilty pleasure there. Yeah. And Jim and I really enjoy Wednesday night telly in this house because we get to watch Traffic Cops. But it's with British Traffic Cops, and really like the Yorkshire version because it's York and where I'm from, but they're not doing the Derby version currently. But we feel like we know all the policemen quite well, and I'll watch it and say the cosign's back, and it's just ridiculous. And then we watched Deadliest Catch, which is the fishermen who are out fishing the Bering Sea and fishing for crab, and it was really sad because one of the fishermen died of a drug overdose the week, and I was quite sad.
He died of what? Like went overboard?
No, when he wasn't. I think he had some demons. And it was really sad. And because we've watched this program for years, and this fisherman's been in it. Like he's one of the he was like the the manager of I don't know fisherman terms, the manager of the deck. Deck leader. That guy. That guy. And I was a bit upset about it. So anyway, there we go. That's me garbling. Go.
Now actually because I just remembered one last thing. Mark and I have binged on TV on demand a series called One Lane Bridge, which I
haven't watched it yet. Is it good?
It was we really enjoyed it. As always, it's really hard to find something that we're both going to like because he and I have got such different tastes. But that one we really just had to keep watching. There's a little bit supernatural, a little bit it's a police police drama type thing, and because it's filmed in Queenstown, so I can totally understand your liking to look at York and stuff, because we spent and especially I lived up in Queenstown for some time way back in the day, and so it's great. You can go, I know that one, I know that street, that's the da-da-da-da-da. So that's kind of fun. But definitely I'd recommend watching that too.
The second series on at the moment, isn't it? They've had one.
The full season of the second season is on, so we just finished the last one last night. But we've got a feeling there must be a third coming, because just the way it finishes, there's more.
I might see if I can convince him to watch it. Cool. All right.
Should we talk about what we're planning on doing?
Go on.
Like, as in our whole Nitty group has succumbed to the lovely Stephen West, and we've all decided that we're going to do his latest MKAL. For those of you who are like, what's an MKAL? That's a mystery knit along. So I've I attempt knit alongs sometimes and then just, fall by the wayside. Have you ever done a knit along?
No, never. I thought about it, yes, and then I haven't, or I have good intentions and then I don't. So I've never done one. No.
Yeah, right. So, and this is a mystery knit along where you buy the pattern and then there's certain drop points, isn't it? Like he gives you a clue and you knit to that, and then the next week he drops another portion of the pattern, and so on and so on. There's three drops? 3 clue drops, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm just saying,
it starts on October the 8th. That's and you need 5 skeins of yarn. That's pretty much all I know. I did just buy the pattern last night, but so I'm really excited about figuring out what yarn I'm going to use. I've got a few different things in mind, so but you know what you're going to use, don't you?
Yeah, so I bought I didn't even want to go through trying to think of it. I just wanted to buy a kit. So Nana Cindy, who's an indie dyer here in New Zealand, I think she's in Hamilton. She the day before Stephen released you could register for the MKAL, she released kits for 5 skeins of yarn. So and last night went, fuck it, I'm going to do it. So I just bought it. So I've I think it's mustard something. It's got two kind of yellowy colours. So I realised after I bought it, she was actually asking people who live in a rural delivery area not to buy stuff at the moment. But
maybe you could quickly message her and say, look, you don't need to send it until level 2 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, that would require me to do something, and I'm not bothered. I'm not going to be emailing her going, where is it?
No.
It's coming. So
like some people.
Yeah. It's on its way. Bloody hell, it's on its way.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well. That was bloody quick.
She's amazing.
Oh, well. So if I can quickly hang on. I wasn't prepared. One moment, please. Not prepared. Thank you for your purchase. So mustard mass, grunge rainbow 5 skein set. I don't know if that'll even show.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. So 2 kind of yellowies, a pinky, a greeny, and a darky bluey or a darky grey. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. He talks about like just 5 skeins of fingering, doesn't he? It doesn't have to, there's no, and I think. Yeah. So I don't know, I've been playing with the different thingies. And I might just, because I've got some yarn that I could just dye out, so I might just do that instead. But I really would like to, because I've got these things that, oh come on Vanessa, actually whole sentences would be good. So I've got these 2 skeins, which I don't know if it's showing up, but that looks a lot more bluer, I think, than what it is. It's a really lovely purple, and then that's about treated colour, so a nice sort of grubby pink, vintagey pink. So I thought I really want to incorporate those 2. So that's where I'm starting. I've got others that I keep putting together and then taking away, and I'm not sure. But usually I'm a little bit OCD in that, like these 2 have got silk content. So I would usually need all of the yarn to have silk content because it just would feel too different. But I'm trying to get over that, because maybe that could be quite a cool feature as well, different textures of yarn as well as different contrasts. But so I'm really excited, and the fact that our whole knitting squad are also doing it too, I think that'll be quite a good motivation. But it's going to be something good to sort of sink into. I'm a little bit worried because I do feel like September, October, or October, it gets busy, you know, down here, especially if we get out of lockdown and just with summer and after school sports and all that kind of thing. So we'll see. I may not make it to the end, but but I'll just start and see where we end up. Yeah.
Well, the last shawl you finished for me, so
that's right.
So that's how I'm feeling, and I generally I've now just got over that I'll do foreplay in socks, and I'm not a big shawl person. But yeah, Stephen West just seems so kind of cool and makes knitting cool and just vibrant. And I saw three different people, and you made the MKAL last year, and it's just so
That's
cool.
right.
Yeah.
So, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Your cousin's wife Lydia made.
Yeah, Lydia.
Lydia. Hi, Lydia. And your beauty. Yeah. That was, what was that called? The slip scabbard. Slip scravaganza, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It looked amazing.
Yeah. So and I'm I don't know if I'll be able to keep up, but that's okay. We'll just have a go, and so very excited. Yeah. And
of course then the podcaster that we love to follow, Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful, she's about to kick off her Strictly Sock Along. Yeah, that's right. So I was thinking that I might jump onto that this year as well, just because I've always got a pair of socks on the go. So it might be something to cleanse the palate if the Stephen West project gets a bit too much for my brain.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I'm thinking, two, KALs at the same time, I might be absolutely.
I don't know if I can do two. I'm all on to do one, but yeah. Good on you.
We'll see how we go.
At the end of this, again, now was that a good idea?
I'll be a dribbling mess in the back, because of course I'll just feel like I have to keep up and get stressed.
Funny.
Well,
so that brings us quite nicely to our giveaway, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's right. I forgot that I actually have it here that I can show people. But why did we decide to do a giveaway? Because we could.
Yeah, because we love our viewers. We want to give you something.
Yeah, because you guys give us so much. Oh gosh,
that's
stop it, Vanessa.
Thanks. Anyway, we just thought we would. So and in order for you to win the giveaway, we'd like you to comment. So we were interested in if you've ever done a knit along, and what knit alongs have you done, if you enjoyed, if you haven't done a knit
or
along,
a crochet along, or
a
sew along, or even
craft along, any kind of along. And if you haven't done one, is there one you'd like to do, or is there a reason why you haven't, or maybe you'd like to start one yourself, or anything about sewings along, knittings along, crochet's along,
crafting along. I like that.
Yeah.
So shall I show the prize?
Yeah. Okay. Do it.
Okay. So I'll just get it.
One moment.
Get it organised. I should have done this before. Sorry, crinkly paper. Oh, that's really annoying. Hey. Okay.
I've had a kettle going, so people are really not going to like me. But anyway.
How's the beautiful project bag?
Oh, it's a lovely project bag.
Expertly crafted by none other than the amazing Sue. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. One. Hand-dyed ball of yarn.
That's upside down, that label.
There we go.
There we go. Nice.
Some awesome person used to run that business.
Some awesome person.
Business? Is that what you would call that?
Well, yeah.
So that's some self-striping sock yarn.
That was dyed by
and
Vanessa.
With that,
didn't actually say, but
that was dyed by me. When I said awesome, I meant me. Yeah. And here's a wee contrast mini. It's navy, and I'm not sure if that really shows up.
Yeah.
But that's a little mini to go with your your ball of yarn for your contrast heels, toes and cuffs. But wait, there's more. Wait, there's more.
There's more.
Also, whilst you're knitting away on your beautiful pair of socks, you can sup away in this amazing little tumbler.
Beautiful.
Made by, and I'll just do a bit more. Oh, it's just gorgeous.
Oh, lovely.
So you can be drinking your favourite whatever, coffee or tea. And that's made by Bluffit.
Oh, lovely.
Who just happens to be my lovely neighbour. Yeah.
Fiona.
So it's Fiona. So I think it's I kind of don't really want to give this away.
There'll be some chocolate as well, but we haven't done that. But yeah.
Not yet. So yeah, to be and to win. Comment down below, like we said. And
when will we draw it?
That's a good question.
That's a good question, isn't it? We didn't pre-think about
okay, so we will draw it. Because we probably
should we say October?
Yeah. Why don't we draw it the day of the Stephen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe? What day is
the 8th of October.
What day is that? Do you know? Sorry if that's noisy.
It's doesn't say in here. I think it's a Friday.
So we actually could podcast on that day.
We could.
Boom, boom, boom.
We'd have to remember we've said this.
Yes. I'll write it down. One moment,
okay,
please. Right. I'm going to podcast. Yeah.
And draw their win.
I don't know. Yeah. My brain's fading a wee bit now.
Yeah. I need a cup of tea.
She needs a cup of tea.
Needs a cup of tea.
The English woman needs a cup of tea.
All right.
Okay, so
is that us?
That's great. I think that's us. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So thank you again for stopping by and for lasting the length of another podcast.
Awesome.
Well,
we're just like a bus. You wait ages and then you get two really close together. Just like a bus. It was worth the wait, we hope.
Yes.
I'll just mention.
We hope you're all doing well.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry. I was just going to plug. I was just going to do some admin. Please like and please subscribe. Thank you. I won't mention it again. Just really helps. Sorry. And yes, we all hope. Yeah, we hope you're doing well. Will we still be in lockdown when this comes out? I don't know because I can't see into the future. But yeah, hope you're doing all right.
Oh, and hopefully, yes. I just realized that we asked a question on our last podcast.
Yeah.
So we won't know until we podcast again, like actually podcast again, whether we got any comments and what the comments were. But
we didn't think about that.
No, didn't think about that. But we'll have a look when we
will go on. We go on. We read every comment. We do comment. So we really appreciate it. It's so nice. I think people are actually watching our silly faces and
it's really, I just love it because it's so connecting and it reminds me of just how small the world is now and how many like-minded people there are in the world. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Amazing crafters like ourselves. Yay.
You're gonna start
and
singing.
Other people who just randomly watch, like your hairdresser. Hi Tyler.
Hi Tyler. And my cousin John, who as well, he's not really into crafting, but he makes it. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
See
you on the flip side. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.